those other conversations that I want to have. I've been meaning to thank you for the first impression rose. I hadn't gotten an opportunity to do so, where I felt comfortable. I'm a little shy around you.
I get that because I feel like I gave you that first impression rose. I don't feel like that I've gotten to know you any better.
I'm a little guarded just because there are bits and pieces of my past that I protect, not just for me, but for my family.
Tell me something now. I want to walk away from this situation right now. I mean, you obviously earned this time.
Well,
so I want to walk away knowing you. Close to your mom, right? I think you told me that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was.
You were. What does that mean?
Well, she passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She was the emotional side of me. She was that side that, that's where I get my compassion from. That's where I get my caring. That's where I get my respect for people. It all came from her.
What about your dad? What about your dad? Is he still cool with your dad?
Well, he passed away as well. Yeah, he died about a year and a half later. Right around Christmas.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I feel bad for even asking.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I don't want to, I was going to tell you anyway. Doing something that my dad loved so much, baseball.
Really?
I mean, oh my God. I mean, he was my baseball coach from when I was 3 years old, all the way in, basically until he passed away,
This is very suitable for us today, then.
And so, every time I go to a ball game, I can't help but feel him there with me.
When I was 12, my mom passed away of cancer, and I've never dated anyone who knows what I've gone through. And it helped me to realize that he and I are very similar in a lot of ways. I'm really glad we got to talk, because I was feeling kind of like today had to go one way,
I agree. I think that this is just one step, and there's many more.
If you'd like to nominate the next Bachelor or Bachelorette, call 866-739-3150 or log on to bachelor.abc.com.
How is everybody?
Excellent.
What's a baseball field
At least we
without
get to eat,
hot
guys.
dogs and wine? Thank you.
Right, got the ketchup?
Everybody's happy?
It's been awesome.
This is awesome.
Best date ever.
It's a great day here at the bar park, but I think it's really up in the air on who's going to get the rose today. So I think the biggest thing that I'm really looking forward to is just to have a little bit of quality time with Deanna.
So all I know about you is that you're Greek and you've been to Greece.
Yeah.
So tell me something, like obviously baseball is not your sport.
Yeah.
Did you play sports?
I did. I played soccer all through high school and
Really?
college. Yeah, I'm Greek, so we play soccer.
All of my conversations with Eric seem to be the same. We talk about Greece and we talk about our Greek culture. I would like to see if there's anything else there. I have a great extended family that's amazing.
And are they Greek?
Yeah.
They're all Greek, yeah. You're Greek Orthodox?
Yes.
Oh. Ah, what are we doing for Easter?
Is it important to you that you marry a Greek?
Greek isn't the number one thing,
right?
But it is important. As you know, we have a lot of the same values. Family, respect. My brother's probably my best friend. He's Greek as well.
Yeah, obviously.
I actually had a great talk with Deanna. I was able to talk about me being Greek, and I can definitely see a huge Greek wedding in Deanna's and I's future.
Are you having fun?
I am having fun. I've loved the few moments that we've spent together so far. When I sat down with Deanna, I wanted to let her know that I'm not just those few things that I've had to say so far, and hopefully let her connect with me on a deeper level.
So I have to admit that the first time we talked, I was kind of like, oh, he's so good, like he's so positive. So I got to know something bad. Like, what's your bad habit?
I'm not so good. I think as I've lived my life so far, I've gotten to the point where I learn from all those little mistakes that I've made.
Yeah.
I've made relationship mistakes. I've had 2 long relationships.
Were you engaged?
No, never been engaged.
You're obviously handsome. You seem like you have a great job that you love. Why don't you have that person?
It's only been in the past year that I've completely had myself figured out, I think.
Really?
I think it's been a long maturing process, yeah. It's so important to me that I get married one time and we do it and we are best friends.
Brian seems very sincere to me, and he has goals in life. He knows what he wants, and I like that about him. I feel like there's something there to get to know more.
We do kind of have to keep in mind that there is still the rose sitting right there.
I mean, dude, you had 6 ringers today.
I think she will give it to the one that she hasn't gotten to know, but thinks that there could be potential if she got to know him better.
If that thing is based on our display on the baseball field
Jeremy's
today,
got it. Done deal.
there is no chance I'm getting it. Absolutely not. But hopefully, at least stepping up to the plate, that's got to count for something. I really want the rose. Am I going to get the rose today? It's a hard call to make.
Hi, Dad.
Ty, what are you doing, buddy? Is it sunny outside or is it snowy outside?
It's a little bit snowy.
It's a little bit snowy. Did you go sledding?
Yeah.
I've got a 3-year-old son, and he is definitely by far the most important thing in my life. But I haven't told anybody that I have a son yet.
I love you.
I love you too.
I just can't hold in my feelings about Ty. It was just time to talk about it. So, boys, what nobody else knows besides you guys right now is I have a 3-year-old son.
Really?
Yeah, a little boy named Ty.
Ty?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to hide it from anybody. And it feels good to be able to say something finally, because I've been, the most important thing in your life, how could you not want to talk about it?
huge thing.
And, but she doesn't know yet, so I thought I wanted to be able to tell her first, and then you guys next, but it just hasn't worked out that way.
Right, sure.
And I can't hold it in anymore.
Well, that's cool, man.
When Jason told me he had a son, something that none of us knew, I initially was surprised. He has not told Deanna, but that's definitely something she needs to know, and it could be a deal breaker.
It's huge.
Now I have 7 here and 7 at home, and a lot of them have exactly what I'm looking for.
I'm really impressed with them. I really am. I take a good look at their face. I kind of read what they're like by looking at them.
Yeah?
You got to go by intuition. You got to go by vision.
Okay.
You got to be a visionary. You got to have a crystal ball.
Okay.
And when you look in that crystal ball, it's not what you see now. It's what you're going to see when you get married.
It's always difficult when I have to decide who to give the rose to. But Tommy Lasorda gave me some great advice. Tommy is not only an expert on baseball, but he knows a lot about relationships.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Thank you.
Okay.
Roger Clemens.
Oh,
Can I borrow you?
Absolutely.
Here, you can borrow my glove.
Thanks. I'll take this, Dave.
I think he's about to be rose, gentlemen. They walked off. We were talking about the fact that Jeremy may be getting the rose.
I think that's her giving him the rose.
We're definitely a little bit envious.
Chicks dig the long ball.
I have to admit that coming here today, I really was like, you had spent days in the house and I hadn't gotten to know you. And after getting to talk to you our one-on-one time, it opened up a lot of things for me. I kind of realized why you were so closed off. And we have so much in common.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. That's big for me. I never talk about that, ever.
Oh my, kidding me?
We're all hanging out in center field, and the next thing we know, the Jumbotron lights up. We see Deanna and Jeremy on their date. It was a little bit depressing.
I'm just glad to have you here. And I need to get to know you more.
Oh, come on.
Will you accept this rose?
Absolutely.
Don't do it, Deanna!
We see her pin the rose on Jeremy. We know that he now is the only guy that's received the second individual rose. I think for all of us, that actually hurt worse than any strikeout we could have had on the field, to be honest.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Actually, leave it. No, it's good. It's good.
Oh, God.
Here we go. I'm jealous.
I am too.
This sucks, I could have won the rose, this is my day. I played baseball and I blew it.
Now you can open up and you don't have to be scared anymore.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This was by far the most incredible date that I've ever been on. Turns out that it ended really well for me, and I think really well for Deanna, because she got to know me better, and she obviously gave me a rose for a reason.
I have one last surprise for everyone.
Nice.
Oh, wow!
Sitting with Deanna, watching the fireworks. I felt that it was just a perfect ending to a perfect day.
I love fireworks.
The fireworks were nice, but I gotta tell you, one of the things that actually kind of brought that moment down was the fact that Jeremy was wearing that rose. If there's one front runner in this competition right now, it's Jeremy. As demoralizing as that is to say, it's still Jeremy.